Hey everyone, welcome back to Mo Tech Talk. I have here with Straight Talk Wireless a TCL Ion 5 or V, one of the two. I picked this up when I was at Walmart because I saw the price and I just got too curious to see whether or not this was worth the money because I couldn't believe how inexpensive it was. It was incredibly cheap, so I thought I would pick it up and check it out because I'm kind of curious to see what a $30 phone can get you on Straight Talk Wireless. It is a MVNO. They run on Verizon Wireless towers, and they are not. They're not too expensive for the most part. They seem to have multiple deals. And it seems like you also get Walmart Plus if you were to get a $55 or $65 deal. So I'm kind of intrigued in that. But at the same time, I'm just kind of picking this up to see what kind of experience I'm going to have with this. The box does have features. There is micro SD, which is up to 512 gigabytes, which is going to be needed since it does only have 32 gigabytes of internal memory, much like the Motorola G Play that I just did. 2023. This phone has very small amount of internal storage, and this one does too. Has an 8 megapixel camera on the back, 5 megapixel on the front, so the cameras are subpar for sure. They're probably not going to be very good, but for $30, this is the kind of phone that you buy for just an emergency, or if you just are looking for something that's inexpensive within your budget. This would be a really good option. It has a 6-inch HD display. I assume it's 720, and it sets up to 20 hours of talk time. That maybe we'll see. I find that most of these cell phone companies really talk up the battery life, but they don't deliver. It does have Wi-Fi calling capable, it says. 2 gigahertz octa-core processor. I'm going to assume it's a MediaTek. I doubt that a Snapdragon is living in this. So the things that are inside is the phone itself, the activation card, the charger, the USB cable, quick start guide, and about your phone booklet. All things that I'm sure we will not be paying much attention to. How it works: select the no contract plan. You can call and you can do it online. So you do have those three options, and it does tell you how to do it. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what's on the inside. It's a simple pull tab with these little invisible plastics. So it's not very hard to get into this. They're definitely not trying to keep me out. It definitely is a cheaper experience than if you were to buy a phone through a carrier, but at the same time, once again, for $30, I'm just curious to see how it feels. Oh, these are separate things, so I'm gonna put this off to the side real quick. Is it battery? Oh, I think that's a removable battery. Okay, see, now this is cool. This is something that I can get behind. Removable batteries back in the early days of smartphones were my favorite. The things I was able to do with the Evo 4G and the hot swapping of batteries was just so good. But this is really exciting. 3,000 milliamps, so it's a little small. This is a small battery for a 6-inch or for 6-inch display there. What else do you get? You get a battery cover. So this is the back of the phone. Very plastic. This is kind of like the Samsung Galaxy of old, like the original. It has like that flex to it. You can tell it's not very strong at all, but keep your phone obviously safe. You have your charging brick. You have your USB cable, which is USB-C. But let's go ahead and take a look at the phone itself. You just gotta kind of rip it out of the case, and man, this feels a lot like the Samsung Galaxy Captivate from AT&T. Just that boxy design, like really a lot of the Galaxies, the Galaxy Note, especially have this style design. I like to have little stickers so I can see what the phone is going to look like. But I'm more curious to see if this has any battery charge. So this has a little pull tab, so we will pull off all the things. And the screen is nice and big. Yeah, this reminds me so much of the old smartphone days, all those clicks and clacks. I'm actually kind of excited for this. I know this is just a simple $30 phone with a probably mediocre everything, but I mean, it has a hot swappable battery, and to me, that is such a much needed feature today. Just because I miss doing it so much. So hopefully when it powers on, we'll have some battery, but let's go and take a look at some of the stuff around it. We have the power button, the volume rocker, the headphone jack, which seems to be really popular on these less expensive models, and the USB-C with the speakers. And yeah, I mean, you could tell it's not a great screen, but it's got 55% battery. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this up, and we will test out some of the features and see if it's as stuttery as this guy was. I'm kind of curious. So see you guys on the other side. I have barely even got the phone in, and I already have a system update. I'm not even in the actual home screen yet. It was during the setup. There was a system update, so I don't know what version of Android this is on. I have no clue, but it's a good sign to see a system update kind of already. And here we are. The phone has finally updated, and for $30, the screen's actually not that bad. I was expecting far worse than this, so the brightness seems to be doing great. Okay, this is weird. This $30 phone has a better screen, in my opinion, than this $100 unlocked phone. It just looks nicer. Maybe it's the colors. I don't know. I need to figure out what it uses so far for the Android version, but I kind of prefer this more for $30 than I do this, which is super weird. But I actually like this one more, and even the feel of it I like more. It could be nostalgia, but I really like the way that this feels. I mean, yeah, it's all plastic. Do not get me wrong. This thing is not going to win any awards for being the best looking, but I genuinely do like this for $30. This screen is far better than I was expecting. This feels more fluid. It feels better than the unlocked Google Play from 2023. This actually, in my opinion, yeah, sure, it stammers and it stutters a little bit, but I think the screen is better. I think the feel of the phone is better. I like the shape of it better. So I'm actually really impressed so far. I've downloaded some apps to try, but this thing just keeps downloading more and more stuff that I did not download. I mean, since I just got to the start, to the home screen, it has downloaded Block Crush, Block Blast, The Daily, Chime, Pandora, Bubble Shot. I'm not downloading any of these. It is literally just doing it on its own. So there's one thing I will say about this phone is you're gonna have to do a little bit of cleanup when you initially get it. But as far as the fluidity of the phone and the using it, honestly, it's a lot better than I expected, guys. Like, I'm kind of surprised by how much I actually kind of like this phone for $30. And I'm really surprised at how fluid it seems to be running compared to the Motorola for only $30. So, yeah, let's try out some games. So, the first game that we're going to test out is called Ordia. It's a fairly simple game. It's not very intensive, so I just kind of want to see how it does with, more simple style games like this, where all I have to do is some simple movements, and honestly, it runs just as good as any other phone. The screen does have like this stickiness to it. I don't know if it's just because it's a cheaper, maybe plastic screen, or maybe it is made of like really cheap glass, but it definitely makes my fingers stick a little bit. But honestly, it passes this game, so Ordia, no problem with this one. The second game we're going to try is Vampire Survivors. This is just a personal favorite of mine, so if this $30 phone can play it, then that's enough for me. Yeah, no, does not seem to have a problem playing this game. So, once again, for $30, you cannot go wrong. Let's see if this game can play Asphalt 8 Airborne. This is a fully 3D game. So, if this little Helio G25 and this $30 phone can play this, then I mean, I'll be surprised. It looks good. It looks good. There is absolutely no issue from the looks of it right now. All right, let's test out the speakers on this to see how music and videos will sound on this. Yeah, so this is really good. It's actually really good speakers. They're bright. They're very loud. They don't really sound that tinny, in my opinion. They don't sound that bad. I think they're just bottom firing. I don't think there's any dual speakers on this, so yeah. All right, let's try a video to see kind of how it looks and sounds. This is the video quality.
For me,
it's not. It's a little washed out. The colors aren't great, but honestly, it's very serviceable. And for $30, it looks a lot cleaner than you'd expect. I can't stress this enough. I keep saying $30, but I mean, this really is not bad for $30. Let's test the camera on here next to see if the quality is worth it. So I will take my usual picture of my little controller holder here. And that was pretty fast. That felt fast compared to the G Play. Here's some of the up close. And it's a little blurry. It definitely is more blurry than the other camera or any of the phones I've used. So as far as cameras go, you can definitely tell that this one is a little bit lower quality. I usually try and do the ear test to see if it captured the rings, but it is a little blurry, so not necessarily a great picture. But I will take more pictures so you can see more things. So my final thoughts on this phone are that it is incredibly inexpensive, which makes it a good deal. The camera on it is probably the biggest weakness. It is a little weak, a little subpar, so don't expect to get the best camera photos out of this, but they are serviceable if you are just trying to take a photo. But definitely don't expect to get the most detail from the 8 megapixel rear camera on this. The gaming, not an issue. I didn't have any issues gaming with any of the games that I played, so really, really good job there. And video and music both sounded plenty fine to me. I didn't have any issue watching. It's a little washed out, admittedly, compared to a maybe mid-range phone like the Pixel 8a, but this is a still plenty fine. I mean, if you're just wanting to watch YouTube videos and listen to them or music, this is a fine enough phone for that. So all in all, for $30, I have to admit this was supposed to be a joke. I bought this as a joke, but turns out the joke's on me. This phone's fantastic, and I'd recommend it on Straight Talk for $30. So if you're in the market for something super cheap and you happen to be at a Walmart and you are just looking to get something to get you through, I definitely give it a thumbs up. So anyway, this is Mo Tech Talk. Thanks for coming to another video. Give it a like and a sub if you would. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.